Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today we're going to be previewing the Houston Rockets regular season game 72 against the Oklahoma City Thunder, as the Houston Rockets will finish up a regular season series with the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight in Oklahoma City. The Houston Rockets are down in the series 2-1, won the first matchup in Houston and have lost the previous two matchups in Houston and Oklahoma City. After tonight's game concludes, the Houston Rockets will have 10 more regular season games left. And speaking of 10 games, the Houston Rockets, if they win tonight's game, will extend their winning streak to 10 games. It's going to be hard, and it's going to be the hardest challenge the Houston Rockets have had in their last 9 wins. Can they do it, though? Look, the Rockets do have a little bit of advantage on their hands. Oklahoma City is coming off a back-to-back from last night, beating the New Orleans Pelicans 117-112. So they had to fly. I know it's not a long flight, but still, it does take some time, and you just played a basketball game. They had to fly from New Orleans to Oklahoma City. What's that? Maybe an hour and a half flight, something like that, maybe less. So, that does throw them back a little bit. And you just played. You had to fight for a win, and they're playing a hot Rockets team. Now, I think it's a good chance for the Rockets to get a win, and I think it would put the Rockets to a point where if you win this basketball game, you set yourself up for the next 2 games after that. You put yourself in a good position because you play Utah, a team you just beat the crap out of. You think that would be a good way to get another win. I think if you beat OKC, I think the winning streak extends to 11, beating Utah. I don't know what happens coming back to Houston, playing Dallas. But if you win tonight, I think it builds you the confidence to beat Utah in Utah. So I think if you win tonight, I think it helps you win the next game as well. But yeah, I really think that the Rockets can win this game tonight. Now, there are things that they have to go out there and do in order to win this basketball game tonight. And I think one of those things is getting off to a great start. Look, last game we saw the Houston Rockets get off to a terrible shooting start. Guys like Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, and a couple other guys on this team really, really, really shot terrible in that first half. And there was no coming, it looked like there was no coming back from that terrible shooting performance we had. Now, thank God to Jock Landale. What did he shoot? 5 for 5 and 2 for 2 in the first half with 15 points. Because of Jock Landale, the Rockets kind of held in that game, and they were only down 51-47 at halftime, and they were able to come back in the second half and won by 18, beating the Portland Trailblazers 110-92. Things will be different in a potential matchup against the Oklahoma City Thunder. If you get off to a slow start, shooting terrible the way you did against Portland, you'll find yourself down big in the first half, and even if you have a crazy second half, it will be very hard to come back in the basketball game. You might be able to do it, but it's going to be hard to get a win. It might not be hard to make a comeback and get back in the basketball game, but it would be hard to get a win if you get off to a terrible start like you did against Portland. So I know the Portland game, there was a terrible first half start and a terrible first quarter start, but if you look at the previous 5 games before that, the Houston Rockets were averaging 72 points, 73 points, something like that in the first half of the previous 5 ball games. The game before Portland against Utah, they had scored 47 points in the first half. 47 points in 45 points in the first quarter. I was thinking about the Portland game putting up 47 in the first half. So yeah, you had one game you had 45 points in the first quarter. The next you had 47 in the first half. So I'm not saying the Rockets need to score 45 points in the first quarter to win or score 87 points. Is that what we saw them put up in the first half against Utah? That's not the case. I'm not saying you need to do that to beat Oklahoma City. But you need to have a good start off to this game in the first quarter. You need to have a good first half in order to win this basketball game. You need to be off to a good start. What we need to see from the Rockets is what we saw from the Houston Rockets when they lost the first time to Oklahoma City. They had a great first half. I think they put up 70 points in the first half. Oklahoma City was still able to come back and get the win and beat us by like 10 or something. So you got to get off to a great start like you did that. Not the first matchup against OKC where we won, which we played great in that game as well. But the second matchup where the Rockets played great in the first half and then blew it in the second and lost by like 10 or 11 or something. Starting lineups will change just because Jabari is back from suspension. So Fred, Jalen, Dylan, Jabari, and Amen Thompson, and then Jack Lando goes back to the bench. So that will be the Rockets starting lineup. Thunder lineup, no injury report for them. So you got Shea, you got Josh Giddey, you got J-Dub, Jalen Williams, you have Chet Holmgren, and Lou Dort. So that's the starting lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. No injuries for the Thunder, even though it's a back-to-back. I don't think anybody will be rested. If Gordon Hayward was playing heavy minutes, maybe he would get a DNP, but he's not. So I think we're playing as of right now, we're playing a really healthy Oklahoma City Thunder team. Now the Rockets, no injuries as of right now. Obviously, you have the guys like Cam Whitmore and Şengün are out, and then Tari Eason and Steven Adams are out for the season. But that's it. So, like I said, get off to a good start in this first half. You need Jalen to be more efficient than he was in last game. I know he's been very efficient before the last game, but he needs to be efficient. He needs to play well. But it's not just all on Jalen. The whole team needs to play well in order to win this game. I think Dylan Brooks has a big game for the Rockets. I think Jalen does as well. And I think Amen Thompson has a nice game for the Rockets as well to potentially help the Rockets get a win. I'm not going to say the Rockets win this one because it's going to be a hard challenge, but I think definitely the Rockets keep this game close and fight to get their 10th straight win. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out. Go Rockets.